What's up, YouTube fans? I'm here with another video in the Camaro. Today I wanted to bring you guys another video that I made last year in the snow, but today in the rain, of how does a Camaro drive in the rain. So one of the things that I want to go over with you guys first is that I have all summer tires on this car. This tires F1 Eagles, the ones that came with this car. So I'm driving that, and I obviously have the car in the snow and rain mode because it's safer. Let me just put that in there. That I've been driving this car. I do have an SUV that I should be driving in the snow and as a daily driver car, but since I got this car, I've been really just excited to drive this car every day. So that's how it's been so far. I picked up the car with 8,000 miles. Now we are at 14,400 miles. So I've been driving this car for about 6,000 miles since September. I picked this car up. So it's been about, 4 or 5 months, and I've driven this car enough. I hope you guys are hearing me well. I know it gets very loud in here in the cabin of this drone, of this straight pipe AWD track exhaust. So let's get right into it, and the experience of me driving this car in heavy rain over here in DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia, Northern Virginia side. I'm in Ashburn, Virginia today, and we're driving this car, and so far, honestly, and one rule I have, it's you'll understand who is a good driver when that person could drive in rain and snow. And I consider myself a decent driver, obviously, and I drove this car for about 7,000 miles or 6,000 miles so far, and I driven the ZL1 in rain and snow, same situation, for about, I think, like, I had the car, it had 37,000 miles, and I bought it at 14, so that's about 20,000 miles, 23,000 miles ish that I driven the Camaro ZL1. So very same concept. This is a naturally aspirated, tuned around with E85 that I'm running right now, about 600 horsepower. So that car was same thing, 650 horsepower to the crank, but I'm talking about 600 horsepower to the dyno as I was told. So yeah, so far it's pretty good. As long as you baby the car, you don't drive the car aggressively, this is fine. You're gonna do fine. It's a manual, obviously. It's even, I think, harder because you have to consistently change gear and be more focused on the road. But honestly, I haven't had any issues. I actually have more fun in these conditions because it keeps me more engaged. And this is probably the longest line ever over here, Waxpool and basically Farmville intersection over here in Ashburn. And yeah, honestly, it's great. You guys might ask, what is this? This is something I don't use, so I'm not even gonna answer. It's just been glued there for the fun. But yeah, so honestly, I'm driving normal, very safe, cautious. Obviously, I do not want to drive in the track mode, which I usually do. But having the car in the snow and wet mode or ice mode, honestly, snow and ice mode helps out a lot. You guys can also go back to my other videos from, I think, 2 years ago, the winter time. I driven the ZL1 in the snow. I had all season tires on it. It was a little different, but obviously I was extremely surprised when that happened. And I was able to drive the ZL1 successfully in the snow blizzard, almost, where we had about 5 inches of snow. I was outside driving in the snow with that car. I was very surprised. I'm really glad I did it, and it honestly taught me a lot that day driving in that condition, because it was severe condition that, like, you shouldn't even bring any rear-wheel drive car out, and I drove the ZL 600 horsepower ZL1 out. So honestly, yeah, I'm kind of in traffic, but let me tell you something. If you're driving a ZL1 or a Camaro or a Mustang, any rear-wheel drive car, in the highway. A cop once told me, always in the highways, drive about 20 miles under the speed limit. And honestly, that is one of the best advices I ever got it. So if you do drive in the highway where you're going 50, 60, 70, 80 miles, do not ever, if you see it's raining like this, it's pouring, right? I have to have my wipers on, kind of faster mode because it's raining so much. So if it's that condition, always drive at least 10, 15 miles under the speed. And that's one of the keys. You can't really go you can't expect, I'm just gonna go the same speed. Up to 50 miles an hour, I would say it's fine in this car. But after 50 miles an hour, it honestly gets scary, because if you run into a puddle, rest in peace, and it's very often that happens. So obviously, drive safe, drive slow, and yeah, just make sure you always have your full attention on the road. And that's why I'm not even pointing a camera on myself. I'm just holding it and staring at the road, and that's how I'm able to do this. So just always give your 100% on the road when it's in these conditions if you're driving a car. But yeah, there you have it. Honestly, these cars are fun. I'm 100% sure there's many of you guys who daily drive these cars, and where you can afford other cars, buy a CRV for $5,000-$6,000 and drive it. But obviously we choose to do this because this is what we love driving, and in this condition it's just a little extra challenge that I personally enjoy. And yeah, I'm up for it. I do have to slow down, so it is something that comes with this car, driving in these conditions. So definitely for you guys watching, I appreciate you guys. If you guys subscribe, I have a lot of more videos coming about this car and the other stuff that we always do in our community regarding cars. So stay tuned, and here's me driving a little bit more. I pushed it a little bit and it almost slipped. So there you go. You can't push this car at all. Do not challenge the car. You got to just be extremely gentle, babying the car, and you'll be all right. The moment you push a little extra, just a tap, it will make your car go yee, ski. forgot that since you guys suck up, I gotta give you guys a bonus tip that in rain, my car gets pulled. If there's a puddle of water, it gets pulled. And that's what makes it really scary, that if you're going fast, and if that happens, you can't control. If you overcorrect it, you'll literally lose control. And if you don't correct it, you can hit the guardrail or you can run into the car next to you. So that's what makes it extremely scary. So like, oh yeah, like you can't, like, you can feel this. Honestly, proud of these Summer tires. They do a phenomenal job so far, but obviously don't do this. If you can't avoid bringing your car out, unless you really want to, don't drive in rain, especially in these crazy conditions, and always be safe. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Until next video.